pretty happy with it, honestly. Obviously, I wanted to win, but it's a really good weekend, and I feel like I ran a pretty tactically sound race, and was smart when I moved up and saved something for the last 200, but just didn't have that last gear when I needed it. Happens. Had it last night, didn't have it today, but just overall, really good weekend.
Were you feeling the DMR in your legs today?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, it's one of those things where you wake up and you feel like, oh man, like I don't know how I'm going to run this race because you feel tired, but once you get warmed up, you feel a lot better. So I went to the start line feeling pretty good and pretty confident, and even like early in the race, we got out a little slow, so knew I was going to have some juice left in the legs, and I felt pretty good with 600 to go.
If you could kind of walk us through, what was your mindset? What were you thinking? About halfway into that race, you're firmly into the thick of it. What were you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, early I'm trying to stay in contact with the leaders, but also turn my brain off, because in a race like that, when it's slow, you never know when the pace is going to quicken, and I didn't want to be too far back where I couldn't respond, so just wanted to make sure I was able to respond, but also not be making a ton of moves and trying to get up into the leaders. So I feel like I did a good job of staying relaxed while still being where I needed to be when the pace got faster, and I was able to be there when I needed to move.
If you could run this race over again, is there anything that you think you would change?
Maybe. I mean, maybe just wait a little later to make my move. I mean, Ethan timed it really well. He went with probably 100 to go, kind of like I did last night, and turned the tables on me, but it's really hard. You never know how the competitors are feeling, and 200 to go, in my mind, I'm feeling good and I want to make that move, so that was kind of my mindset, and it's really hard to say how I'd run it again, but maybe wait a little longer.
I mean, in terms of getting in position to move, do you wish you had gone out there a little bit earlier, or are you fine with it?
I was happy with where I was, honestly. I mean, like I said, the pace wasn't that quick, so I didn't feel like I needed to be up that high, and I don't want to be, the last thing I want to do is be making a bunch of moves up and backwards, just wasting energy when I don't need to. So I was kind of able to just stay tucked in on the rail and conserve energy, so I felt like I ran it pretty well there.
How much were you feeling that 348 1600 meter leg yesterday in the race today?
Honestly, I don't think I was feeling it too much. I mean, I feel like I'm at a point in my training where I'm really strong and to be able to handle these doubles. So, pace early, I felt really smooth, really relaxed, and even when it got quick, I felt like I was able to have something in the legs and turn over and close pretty hard.
This has been like a breakout season for you, this single season. Why do you think that has been the case?
I feel like it's just consistency. I mean, just really good training, staying healthy, and I'm at a point in my career now where I'm really strong. I'm able to handle harder training, but I also feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and there's a lot of room for improvement. So if I could just stay consistent, I think I have a really big summer. So I'm really happy where I'm at.
So you mentioned training in your answers for the last two questions. Is there one session or one type of training you feel like has really, really helped you?
I don't know if there's any one session. I feel like one thing I've noticed a big difference is I'm just a lot smoother over like the threshold training. Like I'm not doing anything that much crazy harder than I've done in the past, but just going out and doing your typical Tuesday Ks or miles, I feel like I'm just able to really handle a little faster, a little longer, and just really recover quicker and handle more later in the week.
You've had success in cross country, in the mile, in the 3K. Which event will you be focusing on out most?
Don't know yet. I think it's a good problem to have, where I think I could have a lot of success in the 15, and I think I could also go up to the 5K and use my speed to my advantage and make some noise. So just got to keep training, see where the season takes me, and really I don't want to pinpoint myself into one event, so just really be versatile and be able to run whatever. I think one area I can improve on is just like tactical ability. I mean, I think this season alone I made a really big jump. I mean, I think last night I ran the best race of my career by far. Both fitness-wise and just tactics. I really ran it smart, and even today, I think maybe it's like a B or a B plus. Maybe I could have ran it a little smarter and waited a little longer, but I think it's still a huge improvement over races I've been running in the past. So, just to get races like this under my belt and to be learning to win and run competitively in different types of races, I think the more experience I get, the more adept I'm going to be at just running in whatever type of race I need to win.
That's got to be like an internal struggle in your mind though, between waiting too long, but also like if you maybe you wait too long, you don't. Is that tough to balance in the moment?
A little bit. I mean, I'll be honest. I've always considered myself someone who likes to run the legs out of people, like just take it hard from the gun or kick from far out. But I know I have natural speed, and I think my last couple races, both last night, my 3K ACCs, and even today, I think I've shown a little bit of that kick. So I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of being able to just like wait until the end and really just switch gears and take off. So I feel like that's going to be a useful skill to have going into outdoor.
Well, Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.